What I previously believed to be main character energy, and most likely what you'll find on other videos surrounding that topic, is something along the lines of commanding every room you walk into and turning heads of everybody you walk by. And most likely in those videos, they'll give you tips about how to boost your confidence, your self-esteem, and your self-worth, which is all amazing advice. However, I'm going to tell you a story that recently happened to me where I realized that main character energy is not star quality. It actually is surrender. So let's get into it. Before we dive in, if you're new here, hello everybody, my name is Anya. This is called The Smile Inside Your Heart. Here on this channel, we make health and wellness content, also healing content, so you can liberate your mind, body, and your soul. To have main character energy, you don't need to have star quality, but you do need to have these three things. 1, an openness to experience. 2, the ability to let go and surrender. And 3, despite any other conflict you may be experiencing, doing it anyway or doing it scared. That to me was the recipe that I learned recently when I went to Philadelphia for a modeling event that gave me main character energy. Okay, so story time. Here's what happened. I'm a part of this team called Philly Create, and I went to an event. Basically, all that was required is that you just put on an outfit that is denim inspired. So I had the idea in mind to make a jean jacket, and literally all I did was just cut the jeans down the crotch to make it open up wide enough so I can put my arms through, and the legs became like sleeves and turned into a jean jacket. That's all I really did. I didn't really try to put so much energy behind my outfit. So I made my jean jacket. It's funny to say. And I go to the event. We're having a good time, and the director calls for volunteers for the fit check competition. And honestly, I just wanted to be involved. I just wanted to do the thing. That's it. I wasn't really expecting to win, to lose. I didn't really think that, okay, yeah, I have the best fit, so I need to be up in here. I just wanted to have fun. I went into it with an openness to experience, right? Now that we're here, what is openness to experience? By definition, an openness to experience is a personality trait within the 5-factor model, or the Big Five, that describes a person's willingness to try new things and have novel experiences. Key characteristics of openness to experience are intellectual curiosity, desire to learn new things, explore different ideas, and engage with abstract concepts. Artistic sensitivity, an appreciation for art, beauty, and pleasurable experiences. And attentiveness to inner feelings, the ability to be self-aware of one's own emotions as it pertains to the experience at hand. Openness to experience gives you that main character energy because then you're coming off as unafraid. You're coming off as daring. You're coming off as confident. You are, like previously said, stepping into those rooms with this energy. But this is actually how you do it. It's the openness. It's not because you're just confident or because you just have this aura. It's because you are brave enough to do the thing and have the willingness to put yourself out there. Okay, so I'm here with it now. We're in the competition. He's calling people to volunteer. And I remember there was a moment when I only saw a select few stepping up to be in the competition. And the director was like, is that it? Is that all? I was like, that can't be it. There's so many other amazing fits. And I turned around and I was like, hey, everybody, get over here. And I was joking, of course, like I was just making a little joke. But that just goes to show that for me, it really wasn't about the competition, which perfectly segues us into the second criteria, which is being able to let go and surrender to the process. Like I said, I did not have any expectation of winning this competition, losing this competition. I just wanted to be there. And I think that was really important in the process of embodying this main character energy, because when I let go, it also released any type of expectation or anxiety for the future. I just simply decided that doing it would be fulfilling enough for me, and any reward or anything that was destined to come out of it, I was okay either way, right? That's what main character energy is. When you walk in a room, you know, we think that main character energy is commanding that room. But really, main character energy is knowing within yourself that you are whole and complete before you walk in that room, at any moment you are within that room, and when you leave that room, you are whole and complete. That's main character energy. Letting go and knowing that anything can come out of this. I'm open to any possibility to come out of it. And whatever does come out of it, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be true to me. I'm still going to be whole and complete no matter what. That is main character energy. And then number 3, doing it scared or doing it anyway. Now, sweethearts, I feel like our relationship is strong enough now that I can be open and honest with you. I picked up modeling as a form of healing for me. So I'm actually really scared of the camera. I have terrible camera shyness and I get nervous in front of the camera every single time. So as a way to heal that, I do it anyway. So you would never know, which is why it comes off as main character energy for me. But in reality, underneath the surface, I'm going through a whole whirlwind of emotions and you would never know because I decided that I'm going to do it anyway. So as I'm preparing to do my walkthrough for the fit check, in my head, I'm just like, okay, I'm next, here we go. And I'm trying to prep myself and prepare myself. I do my walk, I get up there, I blow a kiss, and then I walk off. And in my head, I'm just like, oh my God, I probably looked a mess. I don't know what that was. I don't know what I looked like. This is let's just get this over with. So that's what's going on internally as I'm doing the fit check. However, you would never know, and no one else actually picked that up. No one else saw that within me as I was doing my walk. And that is main character energy, doing it anyway, okay? And honestly, the proof is in the definition of a main character. When you think about it, think about your favorite actor or actress and one of the roles where they just made a astonishing performance. And there's usually always those moments where the interviewer asked them, what was going through your mind when you were doing this role? Like, this scene was absolutely amazing. And then the actor replies, oh my gosh, this was one of the worst periods of my life. I couldn't find a babysitter this day, so my kid was screaming off set. I was freaking passing a kidney stone. Like, there's just like all these disruptive factors going on around the character, right? Or within the actor. But you wouldn't have even known because they delivered one of the most amazing performances of their life. This is doing it scared or doing it anyway. And that is the quality of a main character. Doing it regardless of what's going on. Doing it because you know you're going to push the plot forward. Doing it because this performance is needed of you. And also finding it and bringing this character alive, right? So when these main characters and these actors are saying that literally this was like one of the worst periods of my life and you would never have known, that's a strong display of resilience. That is being able to push whatever you have going on internally or externally to the background and bringing this artistic expression that you are now currently embodying, that's now your current role, to the foreground, to the forefront. That right there is main character energy. The best actors and actresses can compartmentalize their life and their current situation so well to the point where you couldn't even tell, not for a split second, that they had anything else going on except the role that they had at hand. And that is main character energy. Doing it scared, doing it anyway, doing it anxious, doing it because you know that on the other side of me doing this is a better version of me. So that was my mindset when I went up there. I knew in my head I was shaking in my boots. I was just like, okay, let's go. And I still did it. And I think the action of doing it anyway is what makes it look so main character, what makes it look so badass. Because now you're just like, I'm scared, but I'm gonna make it look good. Okay? And we love that for you. Okay, so back to the story. I did it. It was over. Felt good. I let it go. So the director posted my category and I go to look in the comments and I see that people are voting for me. I was number 3. In the comments, I'm seeing 3 killed it. Oh, I love 3's fit. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, oh, well, excuse me. I guess I am the main character. And in that moment, I was just kind of shocked and a little bit surprised because, like I said, wasn't expecting anything. And I feel like this was now me enjoying the fruits of my labor of actually doing what it takes to be the main character, and now actually witnessing that and seeing the feedback of me doing it scared, me surrendering to the process, and me just having that openness to experience. So I actually won the first round of the fit check competition and I was very excited, but now there is the second round. And listen, I was up against some hard hitters. One of the girls actually designed her fit from head to toe. So in this moment, I'm just like, it could go either way. It doesn't matter, but I'd like to win. And okay, so now we're here at the final round and I'm still seeing people vote for me. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Y'all really do like this fit. Like, when I tell you I won by a landslide, like there was no other chance. It was me or nobody. And I love that because I feel like that was the universe telling me that I deserve it. Like, yeah, you did everything. Check, check, check. You did everything you needed to do. Here's your reward. And another thing that I've learned from this process is to not try so hard. And I think that is like the difference between what you'll find in other main character energy videos and their tips compared to what I'm telling you. Because other videos will lean into things that I like to call hyper elevation practices, which, don't get me wrong, are great, but they're things like doing your affirmations or going to the gym 3 times a week, sticking to your diet, mirror work, things that you have to put active attention into and really be intentional in that way. And it can also be timely, going to the gym and things like that. And those are great practices, but truly all you really need are these 3 things. And they're simple. They're a simple shift in energy. It's not like you have to go and carve out time to do these practical things. It's just a matter of being open, letting go, and doing it anyway. And truly, you can apply that to your life in any instance. It doesn't mean you have to prepare to be the main character. You can be the main character just by having a willingness to be the main character. When I think of a main character, like literally a main character, it's interesting. I like to take it back to all the English classes that I had growing up as a way to help apply it to my life. So let's go into this. One of my favorite movies is The Notebook. And of course, the main character, we all know The Notebook, is Allie and Noah. We learned in English class that there is 2 types of characters. 1, a dynamic character, and 2, a static character. Now, if you can recall, a dynamic character means that the character goes through a character development or a transformation as the movie goes on and progresses, where a static character stays the same. Lean into the dynamic character energy, more so than you lean into what is preconceived to be a main character energy. And here's why. A main character can still be static. Could be a character that does not display change or growth over time, but still is a main character. Whereas a dynamic character who also is a main character is the one who you see is an entirely different person by the end of the movie. They're the ones who's actually driving the plot. They're the ones that's actually driving the message home. So when you think of Allie in the beginning, I love The Notebook. I just had a little pause there. I love The Notebook. When you think of Allie in the beginning, she was very cookie cutter. She had everything she could ever dream of at her fingertips, at her feet, and she was just destined for greatness from the beginning. But throughout the movie, she realized that none of that stuff was actually making her happy. None of those things was actually fulfilling her heart and soul. What was going to fulfill her heart and soul was finding the love within Noah. And she had to go through different phases of herself to eventually come to the realization and come to the acceptance that she needed to be with Noah. That is a dynamic character. She had, one, that openness to experience, a love from a person that was not in her tax bracket, could not really financially provide, and did not have the approval from her parents. Two, she let go. She let go of everything that was expected of her. She let go of her engagement. That was crazy, but she had to let that one go. And she let go of all other expectations from herself and from her family. And three, she did it anyway. She was scared. She was scared shitless by the end of that movie, and we all know why. But she did it anyway. That is main character energy. Now, I may go back and watch The Notebook. Sweethearts, I'm so happy that you guys decided to stop by again. I hope you really enjoyed this one. And I truly hope that this week you step into your main character energy because you deserve it as well. That's it for this week. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, follow that big old smile inside your heart. See ya.